Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will learn couple of basics about Linux commands. Okay, Linux is very important these days, even in any kind of cloud computing technologies you are using. For example, if you take Splunk, right, what you do when it comes to Splunk is you will be creating multiple servers, multiple instances, and you will be connecting those instances to the servers using Linux, right? So though it is AWS or it is a Google Cloud or it is a Microsoft Azure, anywhere you're trying to use the servers, and you'll be using Linux, or individually or separately. Linux itself has got a huge importance, and that is why Linux is very demanding operating system in the market. All right, so let's see a couple of very basic commands of Linux. Okay, so to start with, basically you will, when you open the terminal, right, even if it is a git bash or qt, whatever. Okay, so when you open the terminal, okay, to know where you are, you need to write the present working directory. The command for this is pwd. Okay, pwd is nothing but present working directory. This is to know where you are, to know your current location, basically. All right, now to create a directory, if you want to create a directory, file folder in your home directory, you need to write mkdir. Okay, create a directory or a folder in your home directory, you have to give command mkdir. Now to change the current working directory to Linux practices, you need to go to Linux practices folder only. Okay, you can directly type cd Linux practices folder. Okay, this is how you do this. Now next thing, if you see, create some more directories and list them with ls command. Okay, ls is basically list. For example, you see you have any particular master folder. If you wanted to see what all the subfolders available in that particular folder, right, so you will give ls. Basically, to check the list of the folders is ls. Now to create some empty file with touch command and list them. To create empty file, what you will do, you will write command called touch. Okay, now reconfirm your location in your system. If you want to reconfirm your location to specify any particular file, just to reconfirm, what you do is you will just write Linux practice and pwd and command as follows. Okay, home imran and Linux practice. Okay, this is how you write the command, and you follow the other steps as well, it depending on your current environment that you are working, right? Now the absolute path and relative path, what is this? What is path? Basically, path is basically, in other terms, you can say, you might have heard the term like, okay, send me the path or send me the link. Okay, that way. What is path? Path is a unique location to a file or a folder in a file system of a OS, operating system. A path to file is a combination of a alphanumeric characters. It is basically a combination of a alphanumeric characters. What is absolute path? An absolute path is defined as a specifying the location of the file directory from the root directory. Okay, in other words, you can also say that absolute path is complete path from the start actual file system or a directory. Okay, so this is what it is. And now if you see some examples of absolute paths, okay, these are the commands, okay, examples which are given here for absolute path. So please go through it. Like if I have home imran and Linux practices and var ftb pub and etc, these are all the folders that you have in your specific path. Okay, so brief examples about absolute path, please go through them. Okay, now if you see, what is a relative path? Okay, relative path is defined as path related to the present working directory pwd. Suppose I am located in home Emron, and I want to change directory to home Emron Linux practices. I can use relative path concept to change directory to Linux practice, and also DevOps sdir dot directory. This is directly this is basically a path. Okay, then you will have to write below command. Okay, you can you start from the pwd present working directory and follow cd linux practices. We saw a couple of commands. If you wanted to do empty folder, okay, you can test dir. This follow you have to follow these commands as it is. All right, just make sure you try understanding into try noting this all these commands to follow this specific process. This will really help you. If you see, all these paths did not start with directory, right? Creating directories in DevOps directory and absolute and relative path. Again, you have to follow the same path as it is. Copying files into directory, okay, and then you have copying directories from the location to another. These are all these paths are interrelated to each other. Okay, so you stop one command here, you will be continuing with the other command. So these are all do not get confused yourself, because all these paths are interrelated to each other. Couple of them, whatever you have already written here, are present here, or a couple of them already there in this specific terminal. You will have few of them here as well. So don't get confused. All these are the interrelated to each other. All right, so if you want to see the next next thing, moving files from one location to another. How do you do that? You will be following this kind of command: linux practice pwd linux practice, and you'll be writing like linux practice and ls. We know, right? ls to see the list of files present in that particular directory, and so on. You'll be following the file path, you'll be following the ls again. Okay, then finally you will be landing up to your result. All right, now removing files and directories. How do you remove files and directories? You will be following this process. This path: linux practice rm is to remove, right? We all know rm is to remove, ls is a list. Okay, you write command like this to remove the files. All right, okay, test dir, test directory, that is nothing but test directory. So these are few basic commands. Okay, so about linux while you are working, and just practice these commands. Okay, this will really help you whenever you are working in linux, or whenever you are trying to connect any server to your linux. This will definitely help you. These are very, very basic commands. In my future videos also, I will be taking little more advanced I'll be trying to cover a little more advanced commands as far as the linux is concerned. All right, thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Do subscribe to technology redefined. Thank you so much.